Listen. Something is happening. There's a movement to save our ocean. A wave of change is coming. On the surface, all appears healthy. But dive below, and the story takes a turn. We've realized our vast ocean has its limits. We're pouring too much in and pulling too much out.
You look out on the ocean and it looks fine. You see that blue water, the waves are crashing, it looks beautiful. But underneath the surface, we know there are actually a lot of problems. Overfishing, pollution, habitat damage.
Over the past few decades, our natural wealth has plummeted, and the list of species in decline is sobering. Our ocean's health is at an all-time low and in urgent need of our help. In California, a bold new effort is racing to help our ocean rebound, an effort that's already having a remarkable impact on ocean health. At its heart lies the creation of a statewide network of safe havens, places called marine protected areas. These tightly managed areas strictly limit or entirely ban harvesting.
I'm really enthusiastic about the way these marine reserves are going in right now, because they give us hope that we can get things back somewhat like it was 200 years ago, before we really started to exploit the oceans wholesale.
The idea of marine protected areas is really to take a new approach. Instead of protecting each individual fish species, we're looking at protecting ocean ecosystems, from the beach to the kelp forest to the deep offshore canyons. Really creating protection that will work from the shallow to the deep water habitats and protect all of the different species within those areas.
Like state and national parks protect our life and our heritage on land, marine protected areas protect our life and heritage in the ocean. One type of area, the no-take marine reserve, affords the greatest amount of protection. Within these reserves, it's easy to see and measure the benefits.
Just grab it underneath there.
There are bigger and older fish,
Vented.
and more diverse types of species as well. 70% more diversity, and on average, 80% larger fish.
And the two blue rockfish?
Fish within reserves are generally much bigger than they are outside reserves. They are older, they're more mature, they produce lots more babies. The big fat mothers, is sometimes called, are big fat mothers. They produce lots and lots of babies. Now those babies don't stay in the reserve. They go out in lots of other areas. So essentially they're replenishing areas which have been exploited.
And fish aren't the only benefactors. There are more invertebrates, 3 times more in many cases. Scientists have documented that the bounty inside these reserves spills over to seed new life in surrounding waters. At first glance, this strategy seems straightforward. But with more than 1,300 miles of coastline, how do you choose what to protect? In this fluid environment, where offspring are cast to the currents, The secret to success lies in creating marine protected areas that are big enough and close enough together to act as a network that includes a variety of habitats, from tide pools and rocky reefs to canyon seafloors and open water. California's Central Coast has dozens of state and federal marine protected areas already in place, and many more are in the making. Each one offers something special. Be it Año Nuevo or Point Piedras Blancas, where thousands of 2-ton elephant seals gather each year to molt, mate, and give birth. Point Bouchon and Pacific Grove, with their spectacular tide pools that cradle crabs, brilliant anemones, and sea stars. Elkhorn Slough, home to dozens of sea otters, harbor seals, and hundreds of bird species. Many like the great blue heron who nests here. Or the iconic Point Lobos, the state's oldest no-take reserve and a favorite haunt for whale watchers. Bordering the deep Monterey Canyon, the tidal waters here feed one of the richest kelp forests on Earth. Eventually, this network will expand to include the entire California coast. And we're joining other nations in creating protected networks across the globe.
I hope that my grandchildren and their grandchildren will be able to experience the same diversity of life in kelp forests that I have had in my life. What I've seen is that things have changed both for the worse, and now as we have more and more marine protected areas, things are changing for the better.
We know that the ocean used to be very different, that in my grandparents' time it had much bigger fish, more life, was really a different place. And I think what we're hoping is that the new marine protected areas will help bring some of that back, restore some of the abundance that has been lost, so that my children and their children will really be able to enjoy a healthier ocean.
Marine protected areas demonstrate that our ocean has the power to heal itself. Now all we need to do is give it a chance. To find out more, please visit our website,